Today on CNN.com.
Getting wired without wires. Using a high-frequency laser to achieve high-speed access onto the internet.
Something that would normally take me on a dial-up connection 10 hours to download, I would download using this in 1 second.
An exclusive peek through the windows at a company out to span the last mile. The taxman cometh, but the internet is here to help you cope.
There's quite a few companies out there. Taxpayers have quite a bit of choice.
We'll give you some tools to help make your tax-paying experience less painful than pulling teeth. This is music, but is this?
I hear back stuff I've done, and I don't even recognize that I played it.
These days, tunes may bear little resemblance to how they sounded when they came out of an instrument. Is this the future of music making?
CNN.com with James Hattori.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to CNN.com. I'm James Hattori. The information superhighway may travel at the speed of light, but anyone who's waited for a big file to download over a 56K modem knows the off-ramps can be painfully slow. The issue is known as the last mile, getting a faster connection to the commercial internet hub in your city. But technology just being rolled out is shedding some new light on the problem. For an exclusive look, let's go to Seattle, Washington. You can't see them, but dozens of laser beams are crisscrossing downtown Seattle. They're even shooting into a local landmark, the stately Four Seasons Olympic Hotel.
Though our building is vintage 1924, we have always insisted on the most current infrastructures.
There's nothing more current than this laser unit built by a Seattle area company, Terabeam. Although it looks kind of like a hairdryer straight out of the Jetsons, this appliance untangles one of the biggest obstacles to faster, better internet service. It uses a harmless laser beam aimed through a window instead of copper wires often used to link a building to the World Wide Web. No more dial tones. Connections in every room hook up to a local area network fed by a single Terabeam unit.
This will be available throughout the hotel and in all of our meeting rooms, and ultimately we'll have wireless access in all of our public spaces as well.
What we have here is the city of Seattle in 3 dimensions on the screen.
The laser units are aimed at one of a dozen Terabeam hubs in downtown Seattle buildings, locations in line of sight of potential customers.
What we're able to do is just roll a piece of equipment right into a customer's window, 2 simple connections, one into their local area network, one into the power plug, and point it at our hub site, and voila, they're in service very quickly.
Seattle is the first of 6 major U.S. cities Terabeam plans to have up and running this year. It's betting that lasers will be an attractive alternative to this. Digging up roads and laying fiber optic cable, the high-speed, high-capacity conduit which makes up much of the backbone of the World Wide Web. Fiber optics are already in place between cities, usually leading to one central building. The problem for businesses is getting high-speed access to that backbone.
There's a river of fiber optic networks and local loops that are going right through the sidewalks. We've seen the construction. We see the wires and cables being buried. Problem is only 4, 5, 6% of the nation's buildings, office buildings, are actually connected to those high-speed fiber networks. They now use some conventional forms to get high-speed data. They use T1 lines and T3s and a variety of other services, but they're not fiber speed.
So how fast are Terabeam's lasers? Well, a dial-up service like AOL or Earthlink usually carries data as fast as 56 kilobits per second. A commercial T1 line up to 1.5 megabits per second. But Terabeam's lasers race along at up to 1,000 megabits per second, the same as fiber optic cable.
But if you think about a dial-up connection to the internet, and I was going to get a very big file, a huge file, something that would normally take me on a dial-up connection 10 hours to download, I would download using this in 1 second.
That kind of capacity allows video teleconferencing without the usual audio delay or erratic movements on screen.
James, say a number, she'll say the next number.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
It's just as quick as if you were in the same room physically.
That was a big selling point for Avenue A, a Seattle-based internet marketing firm, which was a trial customer using Terabeam to connect offices in 2 separate buildings a half-mile apart. Plus, with no streets to dig up, getting fiber speed service is a lot quicker.
And Terabeam allowed us to get up within 2 to 3 weeks versus traditional companies when we want bandwidth, which takes somewhere between 90 and 180 days.
So far, the only drawback is fog. No small issue in Seattle. It doesn't stop the signal, but it weakens it. So here, Terabeam had to build more hub sites than it would in a city with less inclement weather like Phoenix.
The new units have an auto gain feature which handle that and give more powers to the optics to break through the fog and then power down when the fog dissipates. So it's a, they've solved the problem.
What's not foggy are Terabeam's goals, being a first mover with a new technology.
They'll be the first one to the marketplace offering the service, but they won't be the last. So they've got this window of opportunity to strike while the iron is hot. Yesterday, the internet was text. Today, the internet is pictures and graphics with a little bit of video clips. Tomorrow, the internet is full motion video, entertainment quality video, audio, streaming video and audio. Takes enormous amounts of bandwidth.
So you're probably wondering, is there a laser in your future piping high-speed access to home computers? Well, for now, Terabeam is focusing strictly on businesses. Next on CNN.com.